Aloha, friends. We're here with 1.5 in your journal. This is page 24, 25, 26. Vocab, notes, and practice. Okay, a lot of stuff in here, a lot of vocab here. Continuing the vocab theme early in this class. I need to get a highlighter going here. Okay, first off, angle. First off, notice notation. There is the angle symbol. Notice up here, less than on the left here, angle is on the right. The angle has the little bottom piece that's parallel to the bottom of the page or the name line. Less than is angled on both of those. We've got our definition. A set of points made up of two rays with a common endpoint. Could be segments on there. Over here's our angle. Two rays, there's one ray, there's two rays. There's our common endpoint, which we call the vertex on there. This is all color coordinated. Notice the vertex is blue. Point B, the vertex is in blue. That's where the two rays and segments of the angle meet, or point B. Again, so the vertex of the angle, that's right there, color coordinated with the definition here, where the two rays or the two segments, the two sides meet. The sides of the angle are in brown. They call them rays here. In a triangle or something like that, they're going to be segments. There's one ray, there's the other ray. Again, you can see that common endpoint of B. Interior of the angle, purple here, it's on the inside of the angle. Now, you do have to watch out on this down here, on this one. If it's an obtuse angle, more than 180 degrees, you got to be careful on what's the interior. It might not be your instinct on that. Exterior of the angle we have out here in the green, that's on the outside. Obviously, on the opposite side is the interior. Measure of an angle. We measure angles in degrees. There is other ways of measuring these. Right up here. Degrees, radians, and grads. You might see a DRG key on your calculator. This becomes really important in Chapter 9. It doesn't matter right now. It's just knowing that we use degrees, radians, and grads or other ways of measuring things. We're not going to worry about much in here. Okay, now we're back on the right spot. Okay, notation down here. Measure of angle B. So that would be the measure of this angle with B at the vertex. I can name this B because there's only one angle at that vertex, or I could call it ABC or C, measure of angle CBA. Measurement is in degrees. Acute, right, obtuse, straight angle. You should know those. Those are previous skills that you should bring to this class. Let's go for the hot pink. Acute angle between 0 and 90 degrees. More than 0, less than 90. Why 90? Because that's what our right angle measures. Please notice our symbol for the right angle there, the little box in the corner there. That 90-degree perpendicular lines, vertical meeting horizontal look. That's a right angle, always 90 degrees. Obtuse, more than 90, less than 180 degrees. Again, those are ones you should know. Straight angle down here measures 180 degrees. It looks like a straight line. I got that in blue over here. Okay, it's 180 degrees. Now, we're going to end up having diagrams where we have another angle put in here like this. And you have to recognize that angle DBC plus angle DBA is going to add up to that measure of angle ABC. I should have been saying measure of angles in there. And that's going to be something you have to recognize, like when two angles add up to 90 degrees. Congruent angles, knowing what they are, writing them. If they have equal measure, that's how we would write that. If they have equal measure, then they are congruent angles. That's how we write that. Notice our congruent symbol over here, the equal sign with the teal right above it. That is our symbol for congruent. This one right here, angle A, is congruent to angle B. We don't use measures with congruent. We use measures with the equals. Okay, angle bisector. This is a key concept, not so much in that it's a concept that's used a lot. It's a key concept in the way we think in geometry. And that when I give you one piece of information, you have to determine something else. A lot of the information we give you in geometry is a starting point. That's what I mean by the key concept in the green over here. How we think in geometry. So, an angle bisector. In the interior of an angle, it divides the angle into two congruent angles. So an angle bisector is just like the segment bisector we had last section. It divides an angle into two congruent angles. So we've got this problem in pink down here. AC bisects angle BAD. Draw AC, state and mark any congruent parts. So the first thing I have to do is draw AC. Color do I have here? Highlighter. Let's go to the blue. Will look good with this. So I'm going to draw AC. I'm going to do this part first. Well, I already got A in there. I have to do that. It's a bisector, so it's going down the middle here somewhat. And I'm going to put the point C on there. So I've drawn in AC. It's on the interior of my angle. State and mark any congruent parts. Well, I'm going to mark my congruent parts first. Well, I know that this angle is congruent to this angle. Okay? That didn't mark real well. So I'm going to write those out. Now I'm going to state it. That's what's going over here. So I have angle. I'm going to trace them out here. Let's get this green one here. So this angle right here, that's BAC. Notice those are the letters that I went through in the order. I could have started this way and gone CAB also. That would have also worked. So, you know, if you say CAB, that's perfectly fine. It's the same name. That's got to be congruent to the other angle that I marked here. What color should I use here? Purple, I guess. That's this angle right there. CAD. Oops, I forgot to put the angle in there. I could have also said angle DAC. That's the key idea, and you need to mark these on your diagrams. When you're given a piece of information, what else does it tell you? And that's one of the key ways of learning to think in geometry. Okay, this is going a little slow. To get the measure of angle AOB, read in a protractor. Notice there's our side right there. It goes through the 0 right there. That means we're going to use the inner ring. So when I want to get this angle AOB, it goes over this way. I started on the 0 there. I'm going to use that inner ring. That's 140 degrees. If I want to get the measure of angle AOF, this angle right here, it's not set up right in there. I use a subtraction. I'm going to get AOB. You do that in another color. We'll do the green. AOB, which is going to be the green, minus, where's the pink? FOB, which is this one, and that's going to lead that. So here's FOB in the pink right there. Here's AOF, and I take the green, I take away the pink, it leaves the red on there. So I should have marked that off. AOB, that was the red one. FOB, that was my pink one. And AOF, this is my green one actually. This is my green one right there. Okay, that's reading that. You can look up reading a protractor on that. We've talked about types of angles: acute angle, smaller, right angle, 90. Don't forget your symbol. Obtuse angle, above 90, below 180. Straight angle is 180. Remember this, like for acute, it's not 1 through 89. You could have a .005 angle. 1 through 89, you're thinking integers. 89.7. You could also have on that. Angle addition postulate. This is the same thing as the segment addition postulate, where we said, hey, the two parts of the segment, AB plus BC, those lengths add up to the length of AC. Well, we have the same thing here. The measure of angle RST. RST, you know, this is just what they have written up there. I kind of switched the order a bit from this one. And then they have PST, that's the green one. So use that green. There's PST, P down to S up to T. What angle's left to go in there? What adds up to RST? Try to get it in there. You can pause this video. I'm going to do it in, let's do purple. PSR or RSP. I'll just leave it RSP, that's good right there. And we can do that. Name this angle down here in 4 different ways. Okay, pause the video, try it, come back and check it. Now that you've paused it, you have angle BAC, angle CAB. I could call it angle 1. I could call it angle A. Notice this is angle 1. If it was 1 degree, we'd put the degree symbol on it. If it's just a number, it means the angle down there. I can't call this angle S because there's more than one angle up here. So we can't call this angle S because you can see I got that red angle, the purple angle, the green angle, all have S for a vertex. We can't do that. Well, I'm going to have to come back with a second video for the practice problems, extra practice problems. The notes take a longer time and here a lot of vocab in this important stuff. Don't miss it. Read through the book, read the details, read the examples in there. Get a more thorough understanding. The more information you take in, the better you will do. But I do recommend looking at the book and the examples in there in addition to just this. And look for the second video.